What in God's name are they talking about in The Hague?
Well, they're talking about war crimes and crimes against humanity, including but not limited to weaponizing starvation and deliberately targeting civilian populations, but not in the name of God, rather in the name of international justice.
No biased anti-Israel decision in The Hague will prevent the state of Israel from defending its citizens.
Yeah, they're not really standing in judgment of Israel or the people of Israel, but rather of specifically you. Also, I'm noticing you're not really denying the charges so much as trying to justify them. It's got tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty energy. You see what I'm saying? As it turns out, war crimes are actually still war crimes even when you do them in the name of vengeance. See, in the eyes of international law, it's not actually possible to starve children to death in self-defense. That's not a real thing.
Hamas attacked us unprovoked, launching the worst massacre against the Jewish people since the Holocaust.
Yeah, again with the making justifications rather than denial. Do we need to find a kindergarten teacher to sit you down and explain how two wrongs don't make a right? Also, why are you bringing up the Holocaust all of a sudden? If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to rhetorically hide your crimes behind the collective suffering of the Jewish people, trying to use that collective identity as a shield to avoid taking personal accountability for yourself, which seems a bit anti-Semitic, doesn't it?
Israel will not recognize the validity of this decision.
When Saddam Hussein stood trial for his crimes against humanity, one of the first things he said was he did not recognize the court's authority to stand in judgment of him. You know, right before they found him guilty and then hanged him. You might recognize this guy. I remember him well because I'm Norwegian. Now, when he stood trial, he also rejected the court's authority to stand in judgment of him. And the judge in that case responded in probably the most Norwegian way possible. She said, "We'll make a note of that." And then she proceeded to stand in judgment of him anyway. See, when a criminal faces judgment, their recognition of the judge is not really all that important. And since you don't want to recognize your personal accountability to be judged for your crimes against humanity, on behalf of humanity, we'll make a note of that.